See?
No, thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, so to start off, just for recognition, we have so many people on the board with Success Club points. Anthony, Brooke, Taylor, Maggie, Emily, and Kelly. And we still, this is, I don't know, well, I do know why it feels like a long month, because we have 5 pay periods, so it feels like a really long month for me. So we still have over half the month left. So there's plenty of time for everyone to hit it. I know that everyone is pushing for big goals right now, so there's plenty of time left. And I think Nikki's probably going to be putting Push to Success Club group, with scary something, spiders or clowns or something. And Nikki's feeling better, which is awesome. So she's got some crazy things in the pipeline for us. I know there are some higher level groups for diamonds and above right now. If you guys saw some of the posts that she did today. So I'm pretty excited. They're not top secret, but I want to keep them a surprise until they come out, because it's pretty exciting. But for those of you in it, check out her post today and add your people to it. And then I know we're doing a Push to Diamond group in August, so that'll be pretty exciting. But I know Tanya's not on the call, but if she does listen, I just wanted to say thank you to her for stepping up and creating the banner for our challenge group. If you saw, I didn't post the group yet. I'll post it now. But me and Pick Monkey and that creativity, that is not where my brain works, and it stresses me out. And I literally just Googled drop it like it's hot challenge groups, and all that came up was pictures of Snoop Dogg, and I was like, okay, I don't think this is appropriate. Actually, I don't even know if he sings that song or that he did or anything, but so she did a great one, and it's perfect, and I'm beyond excited for this group. I've actually I'm letting in 2 people who aren't on Shakeology that just have like serious health issues right now, and have every excuse in the book for why they can't buy it. And even one of them girls sent me today, like, can I buy it off of Amazon for $70? I want to buy 21-day fix off of Amazon for $70. I was like, that's more expensive than it costs you through me. Like, and I gave you the containers. So I'm like, just buy it through me, whatever. So I'm letting 2 people in. I know that wasn't part of our role. So if you feel like there's anyone that you need in the group that you can help them, I'm kind of going with a new mentality right now after a diamond call on the other day. I'm just trying to help people. I'm an emerald and then a pearl and no ruby or sapphire. And I kind of forgot about that for a little while. I was being selfish or self-centered or whatever the word is with my pushing. Hey, Andy.
It's really good.
I was being self-centered with my pushing for 2-star that I kind of lost focus. And 6 weeks is a long time to try to work for something. And it was even before that, because we were running the Push to Diamond group for like 5 weeks before that. So it's like almost 3 months of this where I was out of focus and I lost touch of why I was doing things. And they were talking about how the best challengers come from the best coaches come from challenge groups. So I started focusing on helping people that aren't even buying. And I know they're coming around. And even this girl, I told her, I was talking to her about Shakeology. She wasn't, didn't have the money or whatever, wasn't ready. And I was like, that's totally fine. I'll still help you. I told her, I was like, I rarely make this exception, but I want you to succeed. She's trying to get pregnant. I was like, schedule a one-on-one call with me. I sent her my Calendly thing, and I'm like, I'll help you with your meal plan. I'll add you to this group. And then after talking to her for a couple of days, she's like, so I'll just finish the bag of Isopure that I have, and then I'll get Shakeology after that. And I literally, in my mind and everything, I'd given up on it, because I was like, she's bought everything under the sun from GNC. I was like, and I know that doing good in the world brings good back to you. So that's kind of the mentality I'm trying to do with everybody, with coaches and challengers, like, do good by people. And I mean, not that I don't think I wasn't, but like, I wasn't giving it my all. So do good by people, and it'll come around to you. And it's not about the points. And once you forget about the points and the ranks and all that stuff, it's easier. And the true helping people comes out. So, thanks to Tanya. That was where that brand came from.
Katie, I on that kind of note, like, I've been, it doesn't need to be a big conversation, but I'm definitely letting a bunch of people who I put into my alumni group back into this group, because I trust them, and they've all fallen off the wagon, and they're all I know they're not going to keep going. I know they're going to drop completely if I don't put them back in. So I feel like, I don't know if that, my gut on that is, it's go to think on it, because I have there are a couple of them that are going to be way better than the people in my current challenge group who are brand new and aren't doing a thing, and they're all like super motivated. So I almost feel like I'm going to do your advice and just say like the rule is they have to post every single day because they're like the leaders of the group and they've done it before. So I'm going to look to them to like to be leaders. But I might even just do that in general moving forward in like all my groups, like for these particular people, because
I think that's a fine idea. I mean, we can't give up on people, but we have the same thing as with, with that we always say meeting people halfway. So even challengers, you have to meet them halfway. So if they're willing to participate, absolutely let them into the group, if they're not participating, just let them, whatever. But I think with all of the coaches participating, all of like our coaches participating, I think that it will, give more energy to the group and make people feel bad if they don't post. So I think it'll positivity breeds positivity. The energy will just be there. So I think that will help the group a lot.
Cool.
All right. So for the tools, so the challenge group starts on Monday. I'll post it in the group tonight and add the files and stuff for meal plans. Excuse me. I'm going to be posting every morning, like the pinned post of the day, just because it gets confusing when everyone is posting like, what do we talk about, whatever. But that doesn't mean don't post. If you feel something, post it. Like there's never too much of a posting in a group. So, I at least post 2 of the 3, either workout, Shaco, or a meal, 2 of those 3 every day so that it's active. And obviously, Maggie, if you can't do the workout, post a motivational quote or something. Like those get people fired up.
I'm starting to, in my physical therapy, they have me on the leg press, and I'm probably going to have them, I'm going to start like documenting it somehow because they're just starting to up it. So that's kind of my journey, is watching me like get strong. And then before you know it, I think I actually might be able to do yoga in like a couple weeks.
Nice. See, exactly. And so as long as we're posted and we're all active, and it's 21 days plus preseason, so like we'll just push till the end. I'm hoping it'll hold me accountable too. So I also just wanted to mention, obviously it's not the people that are on this call, but one of my nose. As you guys know, with your team pages and your groups and your Facebook page and your like page and everything, the more likes and comments you get, the better you feel about yourself, right? That's how I feel about our team page. So I get super discouraged when we don't get likes and comments on the posts, because I first of all feel like people aren't seeing it. I secondly feel like people don't care, or that my information isn't valuable or received, or that it's not what you want to hear. So spread it down to your teams. I'll do a post about it at some point. I'm not saying it like a mean, like you have to like everything, but like it shows me that the message was received, and to keep posting those things. So I have always followed the model, like I post in the group, like we have 200 members and every single person's dying to hear every tip I have. Whether that's true or not, that's fine by me, but I've always said I want to make sure that if anyone ever on our team quits coaching, that I can know with my heart of hearts that I tried and I taught them everything that I could teach them and that they could know. So that's how I want to feel because someone, I know I've told this story before, but one of my first coaches that quit told me that it was like my fault, that I was a bad leader and I didn't teach them what they needed to know. And since then, I wanted to make sure that all my coaches and everyone who was on this team felt that they had the information. So that's why I've always run training groups, my own training groups, and those type of things, because I want people to know that I gave them the opportunity to learn. It's their choice if they didn't take it. So like my posts in our team page. All right, so last tip before we move on to the heart of the matter is we have one more week until we are a 2-star team. So next Thursday on this call, with all the heavens and the lords and everything holding us together, we will be partying and drinking, and there are some snafus that are going to have to be straightened out this week in order to make this happen. I mean, literally, we have been pushing like so hard, and the people involved in this to make this happen have been pushing like crazy. And this next 6 days are like going to be the toughest for everyone. So just keep pushing and check your downline and make sure your people are active that need to be, and that that you're holding on. And then Thursday we can drink. I've got a bottle of champagne. I'm totally putting that in the fridge. I'm actually thinking about taking Thursday off of work if we make it. It's supposed to be a nice day. I'm stressed out.
I'll hang out Edmond Summer and
Okay.
on a fishing trip.
Can you say that again, please?
What?
Can you say that again, please?
I don't know.
I'm going to take Thursday off from work.
Oh, when we make it.
Like, Sam, what did you miss?
I know. I was like, I don't know what I said. I talk a lot. But it means so much to me that you guys are literally doing everything that you can to make this happen for us. And I was talking to some of my girls, some of my success partners, and they're like, you keep calling they were like, in a complimenting way, like you keep calling yourself a 2-star team, and that you guys are going to be a 2-star team. I've never once said I'm a 2-star coach, because it's literally not that. I hold my qualifications to be a 2-star coach. I've been fine with that. Like the 14, I think I need 14 active coaches or something like that. It's fine. I can handle that. It's not that. It's you guys that are making this the team. It's not me at all. So I say that with honor, and that's how I talk about us. I don't think that it should even be called I don't think the rank should be a 2-star coach. I think it should be called a 2-star team. So I can't wait to celebrate next Thursday. And then after that, I think I'm going to try my hardest to get over the mental capacity to make us a Monday night call. It's really mental for me. But I want to make sure we stay next Thursday, because that's when we'll be official. So okay, that's all for tips. I really said to myself I was going to keep this call till 9 o'clock, but I haven't even started the meat of the call yet. So I wanted to talk about how to sell without selling, because there are different strengths, not strengths, that's not the right word, challenges when you're a new coach and when you're a veteran coach. So I've been doing this for 2 years, and some days I'm like, oh my God, I can't think of anything to post. Like, I've told everybody, the world knows my whole life. I eat the same thing every day. Like, how many times can I post my either slice of toast or English muffin and eggs and fruit and my salad for lunch, and and my life is so boring, and my shake, and I mean, how many different ways can I spin it, right? My workout, like, but also for a newer coach, like, they're not used to taking a million selfies, and they're not used to sharing their story. So the struggle is real on both ends. So I just have a few things to go over. So the first one is to not use stock photos. So a stock photo is like a picture of Autumn, in her rockin' bod, your box of Shakeology. I mean, the first post, when you get it is okay. Like, if you have your challenge pack box or something, but people want to see you in it. Anyone, and people do every day, can buy from Amazon or eBay or the Beachbody website, not Team Beachbody. The point is to have them buy from you. And why would they buy from you over just a regular website on Amazon? Samantha and I have almost 400 friends in common on Facebook. I mean, why would someone buy from Samantha instead of me? Why would someone buy from me instead of Samantha? We've not really had a problem, I don't think. Like, obviously we're sisters, nothing's a problem on the same team, but like, we have a very different market. So there's rarely been a time that it's been like, well, I don't know, we never say you stole my coach or customer or anything like that, but people know us and watch us and want to follow us for different reasons and want to join our team for different reasons. So I share, when you're sharing your Shakeology, I'm going to show you guys some of my things in a few minutes, but, ways to not just share a stock photo. Even if you're just sharing your Shakeology cup, make your face in it, make your house in it, make your kids in it, something. Share something about your story. Something about yourself. And then the next one is share your story. So, when you're sharing about your workout or Shakeology or the income or the coaching opportunity, or any part of this, why you? They're not buying a product, they're buying you. They want your services. You are a health and fitness coach. So Can you share your story of why you love Shakeology? Can you share your story of how it's changed your life or your day, your workouts, anything? I mean, you guys know how to share your story. So let me, I guess, share my screen right now so that I can give you some actual examples. Okay, so this one, I just went through like my past like couple weeks because I didn't dig that far back, but so this one I just posted. I actually don't even think I said Shakeology. So I need them to, trust in me. I mean, a lot of people know by now, and you can't even see the bottle actually. So I said 70 superfoods, 17 grams of protein. I think it's 18. That's bound to get me out of my afternoon slump. And the fact that it tastes like I'm drinking a chocolate peanut butter milkshake, win-win. I didn't say like Shakeology. I didn't post a picture of it. It's barely in the picture. Like I was just sharing that it got me. I think I posted this like 3 or 4 because I went home for lunch and then had it after. And it was like 3 or 4 o'clock. And I was just saying it got me out of my afternoon slump. You can breadcrumb your story, breadcrumb the facts enough that if you say, what the ingredients are that give you energy, different ways to talk about it. I talk about it often that it gives me energy, so this was just one of those little teeny breadcrumbs. This one has literally nothing to do with Shakeology. It doesn't show it. You can't even see it on the container. Just is talking about, it was after that call from the other night. So how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time, no matter what you do? So this was just my motivational morning post. I put my Shakeology in it so that it's just a little reminder for people. I could have flipped the cup around, but that's not how I drink. I hate how the cups are made. They're made, in my opinion, they're made for lefty people. But Sam disagrees. But so just a little snippet, it has nothing to do with Shakeology. It's in the background of my picture. Yes.
They're made for people not taking selfies with iPhones. Because of where your hand has to be to click the thing. If you switched hands, you wouldn't be able to click the phone.
Oh, interesting.
I'm pretty sure Beachbody's going to want to change that.
I'll say, because all my pictures is backwards.
I only thought of that because mine are too, and I'm left-handed, so it's the phone.
Interesting. This one is, let's see. This one's kind of an objection post that I got. I mean, no, I'm sorry. It's a post to an objection I got. So people are like all about like the instant gratification. So I think this was when someone was upset that it wasn't working fast enough for them. And I was reading the compound effect. So I was just basically saying like, I like to tell people, I tell my challengers all the time, this is not a rap. This is not a get fit quick scheme or whatever. This is work. Like I tell them right up front, and like people ask about the meal plan, and I was like, I hate the word easy because I don't think this is easy, but it's manageable. And if you make the time for it, and if you have goals strong enough, it's worth it. So this is no magic pill. There's no easy way. There are no shortcuts. I don't even think I must have said anything about Shakeology in this one. I did ask people if they had any tips to reach out to me. Didn't mention anything about Shakeology. You want to be selling yourself and branding yourself, not Shakeology. I don't know where I was going with that one. Oh, wait, my last one. This one is about the coaching. Brooke, I was going to share this in our team page, in our group page tonight, but I love this post today. It's not about Shakeology, but it's about coaching. It was so simple. Like, you did such a good job about sharing. You didn't have to go into super depth about your story, but you're like, hey, everyone pays their electric bill, right? How you didn't post like some, salesy, schemey thing. You're like, hey, I have an electric bill that has to be paid every month. I did it this week or whatever. I thought this was really good at sharing without just throwing it in people's face without sounding skeezy about it or anything like that. I can't see if I have another one over there, so let's see. No, okay, so all right, so sorry, let me get my thing back up. Okay, the more you can share your story, the more well received it will be. So without sharing a picture of Autumn, Autumn is unobtainable to 95 or more % of the people out there. I mean, I say I'd do anything to look like her, but I probably wouldn't, because that takes a lot. But a lot of people, I mean, she's unobtainable and she's not realistic to so many people. I don't even think that I could know what it takes to look like her. So for me, that is, her body is like, it's like, I might as well look like, I don't know who, an elephant or something, a different animal, because that's not achievable to me in my eyes. And because we're women, sorry, Anthony, but because a lot of women don't see themselves and have that potential as a mental, like, confidence thing, you know, it's really hard to picture ourselves like that. So they want to see you, and they want to see the real you. And the little kiddos, hi, sweetie. Oh my goodness. So they want to see the real you. And I think that is one of the most important things that I have had success with, is sharing the struggles along with the positives. So I don't mind telling people, you know, if I ate like a bad meal or bad food or whatever, if I feel guilty about what I ate, like, we're real and people want to hear the real story. So so I share my story, both positive, negative. I'm mainly talking about Shakeology and the workouts right now, but the same thing goes for the coaching opportunity. I really think we need to bring it back a little bit on the coaching opportunity and focus more on the health and fitness aspect of it, because the coaching things will come. Another thing is to intertwine other things besides Beachbody. So, excuse me, every day on my phone, I have 5 reminders that go off, and I think I got to freshen it up because I am kind of like stagnant with it. Selfie time, yeah. Oh, on your phone, you got your phone. So check your phone, check the calendar. So at 8:30, it says post a quote. So I like to post a quote in the morning to get people like positive. I didn't see a chat. I'm sorry. I think the Cheetos.
Next to Brooke's picture on Facebook was an ad for Cheetos.
Oh, that's funny. So I personally struggle with being positive, so I have to work on it. So I try to post a positive quote in the morning. And then I post a food idea or a recipe or whatever I'm eating or anything food related around 10:30. I haven't been good about this the past couple of weeks. And then when I'm working out at night now, but I was working out at lunchtime. So I would post my workout picture or an idea. So like, go to Pinterest and look up, you know, a 10-minute workout or whatever it is, and share that. It doesn't all have to be Beachbody, and it's necessary to intertwine it with other things. And then around 4:30, I either post a family picture of Poppy or anything family related, or I like to post a funny meme or a viral video or something to get people's attention. And then at 8:30, I post something about a challenge group or coach opportunity. Not necessarily an invite every single night, but something about it. The nighttime, you know, you'll have to watch your audience, but for me, my nighttime is when I have the most activity on Facebook. So I like to post the most important things then. I mean, sometimes they're meaningless, but they get interaction. So intertwine other things besides just Beachbody. You don't want to be a billboard. Beachbody spends millions and millions of dollars, millions of dollars on advertising every year. They have, I mean, it's probably in billions. I don't know exactly, but it's a ton of money. They have infomercials for everything. They're working on everything. They have, actually, I just literally, as I opened my phone, someone said, I just heard an ad on the radio for the 30-day trial. My dad did too. They have ads on the radio now for the free BOD trial. You know, you see the infomercials, it's everywhere. We don't need to do that for them. They've got the advertising down. Everyone you talk to, you know, for the most part, will know. If they don't know what Beachbody is per se, they'll know of Shaun T, or they'll know of T25 or Insanity or P90X or Tony Gordon or Shakeology. So don't do the selling for them. Sell yourself first. Talk about why you love it. So sometimes with Shakeology, you know, a lot of the times I talk about the energy that it gives me because that's frankly what I need the most right now. Or the thing that I like enjoy the most about it, I should say. So I talk about that a lot. And because my market is tired moms, so they can relate to that also. I talk about the weight loss with it a lot and that I've kept the weight off. You know, I think, I don't know if it was Brooke. No, it was Nicole Jennis. When Nicole Jennis was a coach, she had someone come to her that didn't want to take it because there's an ingredient in it. I think, isn't it the moringa or whatever that increases your sex drive? And so I did a post about that, and I was like, this, you know, just to combat any objections I could hear, because that's what you want to do in your post too, is make sure that you're combating the objections as much as possible. So whatever you hear, you know, when say someone says to you, I don't have the money for it. Well, what's your response to them in a private message? Whatever your response is, craft it into a post and make a post about it so that they can't come to you with an objection because you've already answered that and told them about that straight up. Sneak it in. Oh, right. So sneak in all of this, Beachbody, Shakeology, the workouts, into every post. Just like I showed you, there were a couple of them there that I didn't talk about Shakeology. I still had my shake go in the picture because I was drinking it. Or like, I forgot to show another one. Like I had a shirt on that was my Beachbody shirt, and I don't even know what the post was about, but it was nothing. But all you could see was Beachbody on the side. Little things like that, like subliminal messaging. Did anyone used to watch Saved by the Bell? That's what I think of every time with subliminal messaging. But anyways, you'd have to really know it. But so like if you have stuff in the background, like I have, you know, my bobbleheads, you can put little things around so that people see it and it just reminds them of, like, or you can drink your Shaco you can drink your water out of a Shaco cup. The whole gang's up. You poor thing. And is it dress up time? I think so. Yeah, you look gorgeous. Gorgeous. I think you and Poppy go to the same hairstylist too. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. So, drinking your water out of a Shaco cup, and, you know, just those little subliminal things. So people, and then they'll hear about it more and more, and then they'll be like, oh, Katie's still drinking that stuff. Like, you know, and then it sticks. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is branding yourself. This is the most important thing to being a successful coach. Actually, well, that's not true, but it's very important. After sharing, this involves sharing your story, but branding is more what your look is. So on your Facebook page, you know, using the same filter when you post a selfie, using similar colors. So like if you put a border on your picture, always stick with the same color for your borders. You know, I'm drawn to like the teals and hot pinks. Those are just my colors that I usually use. So that tends to happen to be what I post about. What I post with pictures. Branding yourself is also in the style you write your posts in. So do you write really long posts with lots of emojis, or do you write a couple, you know, quick one-liners? People want to know what to expect from you because this is your business. So, you know, can they expect a workout picture every morning? Melanie Mitro is one of my favorite coaches. She posts a picture every single morning before 7 a.m. of her and usually her husband working out together. She is a multi-millionaire, has made it. She is good. She has an amazing team. Some would say she, you know, doesn't need to do that, but it's what keeps her at number one every single year, or, you know, last year and this year, and she's still number one right now. So, the consistency, knowing that you can look at her page and see that she's already done her workout, you can count on her. There's no customer of hers, I'm sure, that's like, oh, she's not going to do this for long. I'm sure she's going to quit. And, you know, one day I'll stop seeing her workout pictures at 6 a.m. No, everyone knows that she's been doing this for 5 years and still posting the same thing. So brand yourself with your type of posts, or videos even, or anything like that. The kind of context and how you post them with pictures, wording, all that stuff. So, One of my new favorite coaches is Megan Hagley, Nikki's Quick Diamond. She is like one of the most amazing humans ever. And if you look at her posts, I don't know if she's done a post without a bottle of Shakeology in it. Even if she's drinking her water from it, there's something in every post, even if it's not about that gives you, that's like, oh yeah, she's a health and fitness coach. And I love that. So she definitely has her brand down. So check out some of those coaches. Amy Silverman is really branded, Bonnie, but just be careful with some of the high level coaches because they don't have to post about Shakeology every day. They don't have to anymore. People know who they are. So don't emulate them for those types of things. Emulate Nikki Goss, Nikki Johnson. She's pretty high up there too now to follow. Her posts aren't really about Shakeology anymore either because she doesn't need to have them. Nikki Goss, Megan, Sandy, those type of people that are posting every single day about it in different ways. And figure out your top 5 things that they are. So like, family, fitness, food, faith, everyone has their top 5. I really, really noticed my business grow when I started focusing more on food because I'm really passionate about it. And I am a good cook and am I still here? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm a good cook and I'm good with recipes and all that. So when I started sharing like tips on how I made meal prep easier, or I remember, I feel like I really call people out a lot more than I should, but Samantha, I think it was Samantha, or maybe it was my mom, we were chopping like cucumbers or red peppers or something, and I'm like, dear Lord, you are going to die if you use a knife like that. So I showed her how to use a knife properly. To me, I've worked in a restaurant for 10 years, it's common sense. To other people, those type of things. So that's kind of my thing. I really try to focus on that when I'm eating well. But figure out what you have. Everyone has something that they can offer somebody. So, Lindsay Matway really focuses on, oh man, you have a full house. Ooh, and a cat too. Lindsay Matway focuses on makeup and fashion. I wouldn't even know anything about that. So find something about yourself. Ask your friends and family what you're good at, and they'll tell you. So sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent. Yes, what are you good at?
Maybe think about it.
Put me on the spot in front of everyone.
Think about it. You come back to me.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a suggestion to have people. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Brooke.
I know.
It's so horrible. I'd die. I had thought I was portraying myself in one way, and Katie and I talked about it. Like, I am and feel like a hot mess mom. I am a hot mess mom. If you saw my house, if you saw my children, if you spent time with them, no one needs birth control after spending 2 days with my kids. They're such terrors. Daycare told me that they're not sure if they're going to keep them. I'm a hot mess mom. I thought I was portraying myself like that, and I wasn't. But I have someone that can tell it to me like it is, and I know I can handle it because I'm a sapphire, so I can handle those kind of things. So I suggest doing like a real gut check. Like today I did my first real post probably in about 6 months, like where I really expressed how I felt because I want people to see me as a success, and it wasn't coming across. So the things like I get the most engagement when I post hot mess mom type things, like share BuzzFeed videos or the pictures of my children crying, or I posted one of them candidly crying one day as we were getting ready to go to school with the caption like, this is easy or something. I got like 100 likes or something. So just think of what you identify with, what makes you laugh about yourself or what makes you smile about yourself. Like when Katie thinks of like the clean eating things and how she used to cook these beets for us. I know that makes her smile because she remembers like how much fun we used to have cooking these beets or something like that. Like find that what connects. You don't remember cooking the beets? It was like life altering the time you cooked me beets. See?
That's funny.
Or ask other people what is What is it about you
Yeah.
that it makes you?
One activity that, and obviously Samantha's my sister, so we talk on a not Beachbody level all the time too. So it's a little bit different, but like one of the things that she did a post yesterday and asked me how it was. And I said, honestly, I didn't understand your point. If you want honesty, just come to me. I have no problem with that. If you can't handle honesty, don't ask me a question. And I said, I got lost in it. I didn't understand your point. I said, it didn't sound like you. So what I suggested to her was to try again and tomorrow do something else, but talk it out. So use a voice recorder. Say your point, say your story, whatever you're trying to get across through your, voice recorder. You have voice recorders on your phone, or writing or whatever the hell they're called. And figure out, oh, he's still awake. Oh, we gotta be quick while he's still awake. Figure out your voice when you are selling, because they want to hear you. Samantha is very good at writing. She's very eloquent, and she's a very good resume writer. I always say that should be her full-time job. But sometimes I felt that her posts were coming across that way, and I can pick on her because she's my sister. But so in order for her not to sound like preachy, and I also told her I didn't know if she was just sounding preachy to me because I'm envious of how skinny she is. And I felt like F the skinny girl who's telling me how to eat right, But me, I am not her market, so I don't read things as the market does. So ask a friend, ask a success partner, ask me to check out, if you want the truth, to check out your posts and see how they are. But I can tell you, if you are trying to sell without sharing your story and share why these things are changing your life, you won't survive. It's just not, and it's going to be hard and strenuous. And it won't make sense to people, and then you will just come off as and then those are the people that give MLMs a bad name. All right, any questions about selling or any of that stuff?
I have something. So I am definitely struggling with sharing my story, and I think it's a missing piece of me being more successful. And I know it, but I'm just haven't been brave enough, I guess. Well, so right now, a lot of people I know are curious about why are they not seeing me in my work clothes? And
no, you haven't posted about it at all.
Well, because I have one more week left. So I was kind of waiting for that one last week to and then I think I will share that. I'm fine with sharing that. So, but people are wondering, they've been saying I was wondering what's going on with you, So I know that's something I need to share. And I know when people are like, oh, I'm curious, then I'm like, okay, that's something I need to share. And then another thing, I definitely know I need to share more about is that my husband and I have financial struggles, but that's, I know everyone does, but we definitely do. And it's hard. So I need to work on sharing that more. And that part is really hard for me because it's embarrassing, that we had those.
It is totally embarrassing.
And I think me and Bo Eason were best friends. So Bo Eason suggests when sharing your story to start out, you and I know your story because I've heard it and I think it's amazing and I think you're amazing. But to share, first of all, with one person, tell one person every single day. So if it involves you talking to your husband first about it and being like, hey, this is what I need to do to be successful. And I want to share with people so that I can help them reach their goals while I'm helping us get out of financial debt. Talk to him about it first and then be like, hey, I want to, let's, if you're comfortable, or talk to me about it, or your success partner, anything, and share it every single day. And honestly, there are different parts of each of our stories that are easier to share than others. So if it involves taking a piece that's easier, it's fine with me to share my financial struggles, partly because I'm over them, but also because that was something that wasn't necessarily in my control. It was in my control, but the what happened to me wasn't in my control. I could get out of it, but I didn't get myself into it. So, that's a matter of opinion. Depends who you ask.
That's the perception of it too, Katie, because I think people could say the exact same thing about weight, that they put themselves in, you know what I mean? That I think because I think what you're saying is very relatable right now, but I think we all probably define that differently, you know, like.
Yeah, absolutely. And so like, if you can share a little thing that, so I haven't even figured out how to share like my baby daddy drama. I don't know how to share it. I'm okay with talking about being a single mom. I'm trying to like post like funny stuff about it right now, being a single mom, because that's the only way I know how to cope right now. I mean, I'm fine with it personally, but I'm not fine sharing it with people besides my people. So like talking about it with telling one person your story, whatever that is that you want to share. I personally think it would be a great idea for you to start with the financial aspect of it, because that's where you're trying to get in. The more you talk about it now, and honestly, I don't think I talked about it as much when I could have before I got out of the situation that I was in. If I had talked, I mean, and people knew, a lot of people knew, so that when I shared, I don't know if I shared it in the group or not, but this picture that I shared when I paid off my last credit card debt got so much, I think it got like almost 200 likes and so many comments and so much like appreciation, because people knew the struggle that came from. So if you don't start sharing like now, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you're making, a couple grand a month, you're out of debt, you quit your job, life's awesome, finally you can bring your husband home, all this stuff. It's going to be like, was that real? Like, if you're not sharing where you've come from the beginning, and we all think we're the only people, like in our own mind, I'm the fattest person, I'm the poorest person, have the most struggles, I'm the only one with heartbreak, I have the brokenest heart, all these things. But in reality, we all have that. Everyone has financial issues. Everyone has emotional issues. Everyone has physical issues. So knowing that you truly aren't alone, and I guarantee you the support you get will far outweigh any hesitation you have. So if you want to do a post and send it to me, and like or do a post, send it to me, do a post, share it in our group, do it a post, share with a few more people, and then slowly start sharing with a few more people, that all of a sudden you're like, I've shared this story so many times, I can tell the whole world, and then hopefully you'll be speaking on a Super Saturday. That's my goal right now, is to share my story on a Super Saturday.
You did.
Well, I did, but like for reals. And you never know who you will help, and just keep, as you're a pearl, a lot of pearl in you, just keep that in mind, that there's someone out there like me, like I was when I started, and you, that can help from this financial situation. So like, if you share about it enough, there's going to be someone that's going to come talk to you and say, hey, I was in that position too. Can you help me get out of it? And then it'll all be worth it.
Thank you. I'll try to work on putting together.
And I truly do think, like, when I think that is the key to unlocking your true success in this.
Brooke, even just, and I don't know all your stuff, like it has totally been on my mind before, like I want to know more, but like even just on this call, like you clearly have your hands so insanely full, and like that.
Exactly.
But you handle it so like humbly and quietly, and like you don't need to complain about it. But like my husband goes away too, like he's about to go on a trip for a month, and like that is something that like I didn't even realize we had that connection, and it is so hard, and it sucks, and it makes it like there's so many parts, I'm sure, to what might be easier for you to share too, that I guarantee will get you some people relating. Like I would 100% be relating to you if you were talking about your husband being away and you managing like a household.
Well, I can't post that for like safety reasons, but I thought I might post tonight, like, cause he'll be back tomorrow, and it would be like I don't feel safe like posting my husband's away, like
even just having your 3 kids, like even like your house is bustling.
Yeah.
And that's fine to post tomorrow. Like no one knows.
Yeah.
I'm not saying why. But there are definitely times where, like, I reuse a picture or something. Like, you can talk about things not in the moment.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. And especially if you're, say, hey, talk about it tomorrow. Be like, I was so, I had this long time with the kids and my cat in this big house, and it was a crazy week. And, I just don't feel as safe when my husband's not home. And I, or like, I just, could barely hold on to, I could barely cook a meal, whatever your issues are, or I survived this team call with all the kids dangling at my feet, and yet was poised and pulled it together, and I would be like
more poised than I am with like nothing.
Seriously, I got nothing.
But I know I want to know more about you too, and I look forward to that because I know
Yeah.
I got it.
And I think what you're posting about, because I always follow you, is so great. And I think just like a little more, like that post today was awesome. And I actually was thinking about sharing that myself in my team page because it was so great. But like, you know, I don't know I'm not making assumptions about financial struggles, but like saying something like how it would relate to me would be like, I remember wondering how this was going to get paid. Thank God it's Beachbody payday. Like, you know, make light of it. Just like a couple more words would change where you're coming from without saying, you know, we almost got our electricity shut off. It was a horrible day. I remember taking the kids out because there's no heat. Or, you know, it doesn't have to be a huge dramatic thing. Oh my God, I'm reliving my childhood. Like it doesn't have to always, like, I think the perception of sharing your story, and this is my perception, is it has to be this huge thing. And that's why I don't do it, because I feel very burdened by it. And like, I feel like today's like breadcrumb story wasn't a huge deal. It was the biggest freaking deal for me to post because it was honest about my struggles, some of my past struggles. So it doesn't have to be like this huge thing. Amigo sleeping. I think we're done.
Oh, sorry. I honestly don't even hear it.
But like, it can be so little, like the breadcrumbs and the subtlety. Like, I know I'm afraid to share my story. And I think because my story is big in my head and I don't know how to break it down to little breadcrumbs.
Right. I mean, it's like our own therapy too. Like it is so hard. I think it's totally valid and legitimate to, like, I put the thing that I put a while ago about like me in college versus me now. I can't even tell you like how emotional it is. And it was like, I did what I was comfortable with, but it is so much deeper than that. It's like a life trauma. And I had other pictures that I went through and found, and I put the one that I felt the most comfortable with, but I can't even, I'm like, quote unquote, I showed somebody that I trust and they used the word unrecognizable. And like, that would have probably been even a more effective picture for me to put the one that is, you wouldn't know is me. But I'm not there yet. Like it's like cathartic, but it's also terrifying. And I think it's, I don't know, how you have to go at your own pace, I guess, with.
Exactly. And with health and the health and fitness piece of it, like it's easier, or whatever the word is, when you are at a better place.
Exactly.
It's hard to do if you don't feel that you are in the best place, and like giving advice to people when you don't, like, I feel that way often about my health and fitness. Because someone said it to me the other day too. How can someone look at me and I'm not the ideal image of health, like I'm still not where I should be and all that, but how can someone take advice from me when I still have so far to go on my own? So even the financial piece, if you're feeling, how can someone take financial advice from me? Yeah, we use those all the time. How can someone take financial advice from me if I'm not debt-free? It's not that. Debt-free doesn't mean the end of the world. Yes, that's a big thing that we talk about because it's an awesome accomplishment, but being able to pay your bills is a pretty sweet accomplishment.
It's definitely how I feel about the financial piece. Like, I'm not bringing in very much right now, and I'm like, it's kind of, why would I post about it if I'm like, it's like diddly. But that's why actually, Brooke, your post was so powerful to me, because I'm like, okay, like you managed to take, you didn't have to say I'm making $3,000 this month, but you were able to actually like connect it to a really, like, a very practical thing everyone can relate to. And that, like, it inspired me, to be quite honest, that I can post about the financial stuff because it's something. It's better than nothing. And
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard though.
It is hard. And I talked in one of our we have a weekly diamond call for when you get to diamonds with Nikki and her diamonds. So it's only like 15 of us. It's an awesome brainstorming every week, midday. And we talked, I'm going to be running a group. It's called a Share Your Story group. And it's basically gonna it's not gonna be for probably a couple weeks. And honestly, at this rate, it might not be till after Summit because it's so crazy right now, but maybe I'll feel better after next Thursday. But it's gonna be about kind of pushing you outside your comfort zone to share your story. Groups are groups, is what you get and what you get out, or whatever that is. But I think it'll be fun and worth it and something different. So I'm gonna do it for the whole team. Positive.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you guys for all that. That was like awesome tips.
Yeah.
I'm really like wanting to sit down and like a small piece, because I know my audience is wanting that too. Like sometimes they'll say like, well, I've been wondering that, or and I'm like, because I need to share it.
I did that too, Brooke. I like definitely wrote it myself with that no intention of posting it. I did it a few times, and I thought I was going to take that exact post and just put it right on, but I had written it times like something similar, but I just did it like freehand. But it was what Katie had said. Like I had told it enough, even in my own brain, that it felt much more comfortable to do it. So I totally recommend just writing, like without thinking about writing it to the world, but just write it for yourself. Like
I totally agree.
Yeah, it was helpful.
Because it's sometimes just hard to figure out what your story is.
Totally.
Not
when I started writing it, I did it the other day, when I don't even remember what I was writing, but I started off with something completely different. I was like, this is what I'm going to write about. And then I just started writing. And by the end of it, I was like, that wasn't where I was going at all, but it was better. It was like clearly where my head was at more than what I thought I was supposed to write about. And yeah, let it go.
Awesome. I know I got sidetracked on storytelling, but that to me is the biggest piece of selling without selling. I think if you are sharing why all these things matter, and not because Carl Deichler gets a bigger paycheck or whatever, go write your goals on the dream board, sweetie. Whatever. Sorry, I lost my train of thought with that cuteness.
Sharing your story is selling without selling.
I truly think it is. And then when you get the objection and the questions, and then people have seen your story, like, they won't be wondering, like, I don't think any coaches come to me wondering if I really make money. Like, or, I mean, obviously I still get objections on the Shakeology and like certain things, but certain things I've said so many times that people don't ask me certain questions. I get other questions that I probably need to answer more to, but like no one's ever come to me and been like, oh, this sounds like a scam. Like no one's ever come to me saying that wants to coach. Plenty of people have said that to me. So I don't know, just think about that. If you have questions, I've said 1,000 times, do the Bo Easton call. And then, if it starts with sharing it with me or your success partner or your best friend or your mom or whoever it is, then sharing it with your team or our team, and then, sharing it, with your challengers, anyone, and then slowly sharing it with more people and realizing if you just make a point to share part of your story every single day with at least one person, it will get so much easier. I promise. But I mean, for my last post that I did about me paying on my credit card debt, I waited 2 weeks till I'd paid it off, after I'd paid it off, and wrote the thing every night 5 different times. So it's still hard, but you can do it. That's all. Does anyone have anything else before we go? I think that's all I have.
So we shouldn't post anything about Beachbody?
Not that you shouldn't post anything about Beachbody. What do you mean by that exactly? Like,
you've seen my posts. I mean, I'm like today I posted, what all Beachbody offers. I mean, because there was people asking me, what do you do as a Beachbody coach? What do you have to offer besides, the couple programs that you're on? And I posted, I said, look, this is what, there's several programs available, and here's, you can go check it out. And if you have any questions, let me know. And obviously I'm doing, and I drink my Shakeology, and I have the cup with the Shakeology on it. But I mean, it looks like I'm over posting on the brand.
Yeah, I would definitely make it more specific to you versus posting like the pictures of each program. Like, is there any way you could like do a picture of yourself. You know, I mean, you do a great job with your workout videos and your workout pictures and your Shaco pictures and your water. I was like, I wish I could drink water that fast. But you do a good job with that. With that one post, I did see it. I don't think, you know, one of those every there is fine.
So am I overdoing it?
No.
Okay.
I would lay off the stock photos a little bit. And instead you could put something like a picture of yourself doing a workout and be like, hey, I know I talk about the 21-day fix all the time, but we have amazing other programs. Not everyone's going to know what Tai Chi means or what Brazilian butt lift means or whatever. You could say, you know, something like, I am working on 22-minute hardcore right now, which focuses on resistance and whatever, cardio, however you want to describe that, and then go onto the website. You can see what each one is kind of described as, and then you can say, but we also offer you know, programs that are yoga based. We also offer programs that are weight training based.
And that's kind of what I did.
Yeah, and just, you know, as long as you're in the picture, and you know, if, you know, maybe here I could hold up, like I have pretty much every program, so I could hold up all the DVDs and be like, you think I just did the 21-day fix? I have all 10 of these, you know, or something like that. Just, you know, figure out the more of yourself and how you want to brand yourself, especially for a guy. This is a super awesome market for a guy to be in because there aren't that many. Mm-hmm. So some people say it's harder for guys, but depends what your idea of hard is. I honestly think that guys can succeed so well because there aren't many. So you know what it's like. Some guys don't have time to go to the gym, don't want to go to the gym, are looking for something else. I mean, there are always those lunkheads that you couldn't change if you know, paid them or whatever. But, you know, talk to those guys. I love Body Beast is my favorite program. You know, so if maybe guys are more, I mean, a lot of guys don't like Suggy because he's, I'm sure, intimidating to those guys. But, you know, talk about that. I think, I forgot what your question was. I just went off on a tangent because I started talking about Suggy.
Nancy, can I say something to you? I feel like this might be constructive for you or give you like a direction to go. And my husband's asleep, so I can say this because he wouldn't probably want me saying this if he was awake. But he, like, I wish he would do my workouts and all of that. And he goes to the gym every day. He has his own thing. He drinks his own, like, his own stuff. He has his own thing. As a guy, I would be, he's not going to see your post or whatever, but I'm thinking other guys are probably really similar to my husband who has like done his own research. He's like figured out it's very effective for him. But I think I've heard him like over time, like he'll be like, oh, he's done like my 10-minute abs and stuff like that. And it's been really effective. And like, I feel like he wants to do it, but I feel like there's maybe this like shame there. Like, you know, like he goes to the gym and he like does all like the stuff, but it's like we all know that you can get crazy results here in that, like in your home. I feel like you would appeal to a serious market by combating that sort of like, I don't even know, like insecurity that guys have, or breaking down that barrier. You don't need to do it, but I can't do that as a female, but you have this power to appeal to like, I don't know, break down that barrier for men.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Because a lot of people see homework DVD workouts and think of like Donna Summers and like
Jane Fonda,
like thigh masterness, and that's not what it is. You get a like serious workout, but the stigma that goes with it isn't that.
It's not Donna Summer, Katie.
What's her name?
Suzanne Summer.
So close. She's the singer.
It's like, really? They think of Donna Summer? That's weird.
I don't know anything about anything like that. Sam's muted.
Brooke, your daughter's markering all over herself.
She's a tiger, Sam. Come on. Tigers have stripes.
And I'm a real police officer.
Oh my God.
So are we recording the call with the wine next week?
Don't draw yourself.
Yes. Can we all have like a drink when we celebrate our team next week?
That's a good. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
Our kids aren't hanging out.
I think
Laugh or you'll cry.
it's the best mom I've ever seen.
Seriously. Hey, whatever keeps your kids happy. I think this is a sign that we've gone on too long.
We'll let you go back to parenting.
Oh my gosh, you're too cute. Well, I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks and those kiddos. All right, so this is good, guys. Maybe, you know what? Maybe next week, if everyone's into it, we could do a call where we all share a part of our story. So maybe start by talking with just, each other. I know you guys have heard my story, so I don't have to tell it, but, or I can tell something that I haven't told, but we could
I love that idea, Katie.
a little, I'll set a timer, like 5 or 7 minutes. Want to do that?
I love that idea.
I love that idea too.
Cool.
Yeah, and we'll need timers. That way everyone
True
does it.
story.
'Cause
Oh, that'd be so good. So we'll
We're
celebrate
not so good with time management.
We are not good. And I said to Samantha before I got on this call, I was like, Samantha, I am so sick. I feel like death right now, which now I feel fine. Now we've been talking. I was like, I am ending this call at 9 o'clock. I need to go to bed. I don't feel good. And now I'm like, oh, I should do some work. This is fabulous. So we'll celebrate us being a 2-star team on Thursday and then share our stories and have a drinkity drink.
Everyone bring a beverage next Thursday.
BYOB.
BYOB and BYOS story.
Yes.
There you go. I think my story will be easier to share if I have a drink.
Right?
What a great idea. Let's get a little loose before we spill the beans.
Awesome. All right,
I'm
guys.
so excited to hear everyone's stories.
I know.
To think about my story.
Everyone should do the Boeson call by next. You have to do the Boeson call by next Thursday. It will make you get your story in under 5 minutes.
Sapphires can't handle the Boeson.
Yeah.
I did it. It took me 6 months after you sent it to me, but I did it.
Exactly.
Like 3 months for me that it's been sitting in my inbox, but I'll work on it. I'm on vacation starting tomorrow for the summer, so I will do it next week because I have no excuses.
Yay. Are you driving?
Yeah, I've been going to work all week, but yeah, I told Brooke this yesterday. Starting Monday is like, I'm like setting business hours. I'm like creating everything I'm doing for the next 2 months. I'm gonna be like a beast for 2 months.
You should come hang out with me during my lunch break tomorrow.
Maybe you can help me be a beast because I'm gonna need some organization.
Come over during my lunch break tomorrow.
I'm going to try to introduce Maggie to Streak this weekend. I'm trying to figure it out, too. I've just been watching calls after Nikki. So if anybody wants to, this weekend, jump on that same line, tomorrow or Saturday night or whatever, I can show you what I figured out so far.
I downloaded it during Nikki's call, but that's all that happened.
I'd love a Saturday night Zoom session on Streak.
Yeah?
Okay. I'll put something in the page whenever, I don't care. I'm always free. So, maybe Saturday around the same time.
Saturday night.
That's so sad. I'm like, great, Saturday night.
Now you have plans.
Is anyone else on it yet, Streak?
I really want to be.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
downloaded Chrome, but then I didn't do anything with it.
I can show you how far I've gotten, and if anyone has free time to try to watch some videos. There's a chick. I know Nikki hasn't. Nikki's slow at pushing hers out, so I haven't been able to rewatch hers because she doesn't have it pushed out from that call. But so I've been watching other chicks call Streak videos. So I'm learning a little bit.
No, that's good. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out before Saturday.
Perfect.
Cool. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. I'll see y'all.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Great, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.